Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is the 14th October 2025. In this video, I'm going to generate different supply demand zone price action reports useful to the premium subscribers. And also please note, we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action. Those who wants to learn our free training course at our channel homepage, click on the tab post, then you get access to this post. This post is having two YouTube playlist links that are having all the training lessons. And click on the first playlist. Here you have all the training lessons up to lesson 30. Second playlist is having examples videos. Scroll down to the bottom of the page. Here starting from lesson 1.1, all the training lessons are placed in an order. I provided all the training instructions at our Telegram channel. I am providing the link to our Telegram channel in this video description. So join at our Telegram channel. In the previous or old messages, you can find all the training instructions and then learn the course according to those training instructions. Okay, now I am generating different supply demand zone reports. First, finding the stocks near demand and supply zones for daily and 75 minutes time frame so that we can apply high liquidity zone strategy that you learned in lesson 21.3 video. Okay, daily time frame, stocks near to the daily demand zone. We got 14 stocks. Let us identify daily high liquidity demand zones. Amber is having a daily high liquidity demand zone. Next, CAMS is having a daily high liquidity demand zone. And Zydus is having a daily high liquidity demand zone. So we identified three daily high liquidity demand zones from this list. Okay, next, for daily time frame, stocks near to the daily supply zone, we got 11 stocks. Let us identify daily high liquidity supply zones from this list. Grasim is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. Kotak Bank is having a daily high liquidity supply zone. So we identified two daily high liquidity supply zones from this list. Next time frame is 75 minutes. Stocks near to the 75 minutes demand zone. We got 18 stocks. Let us identify 75 minutes high liquidity demand zones from this list. Geofinance is having a daily high liquidity, 75 minutes high liquidity demand zone. Next, Kalyani Zolas is having a 75 minutes high liquidity demand zone. Next, Punjab National Bank PNB is having 75 minutes high liquidity demand zone. And then Tata Consumer is having a 75 minutes high liquidity demand zone. So total 4 75 minutes high liquidity demand zones we identified from this list. Okay, next, for 75 minutes time frame, stocks near to the 75 minutes supply zone, we got 8 stocks. Let us identify 75 minutes high liquidity supply zones. So we don't have any 75 minutes high liquidity supply zones from this list. So this is about stocks near daily and 75 minutes time frame so that you can apply all these zones for lesson 21.3 high liquidity zone strategy. Okay, next I will generate NIFTY and BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain reports, starting with NIFTY, generating NIFTY monthly supply demand zone chain report. Any supply demand zone chain report, look into the zone column to find the high liquidity zones, look into the pierced column to find the pierced zones, look into the LTF trend to find the trend of the current time frame you have selected. You already land one time frame higher is ITF, one more time frame higher is HTF. And apply the same rules for all the supply demand zone chain reports. And also don't forget to pause the video when I are moving from one report to another report, because I am giving you very few seconds time to watch the reports. Pause the video, study the report, and then proceed to the next reports. Okay, next, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, generating daily supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, generating 125 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, generating 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, generating 25 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next, generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. And the nearest demand zone is at serial number 25. Let me put it in the middle of the page. Okay. So this is NIFTY supply demand zone chain report generation. Next, I will generate BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. Going back, changing the name to NIFTY Bank. That is nothing but BANKNIFTY. Generating monthly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating daily supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating 125 minutes supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating 25 minutes supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next, generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. So this is a NIFTY and BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain report generation. Next, I will generate sideways, bullish and bearish trade setups for monthly, weekly and daily income trades. First monthly income trade, sideways long trade setup, entry time frame daily, entry zone, demand zone, bullish or bearish or sideways at daily. I am selecting sideways long, zone achievement violated, opposing zone, minimum odd and enhance score 11, and we got 4 stocks. All these are all daily demand zones. You should use them only if lesson 30.3 checklist items are satisfied on these daily demand zones. Otherwise, higher chances of zone violation. Okay, next sideways short trade setup, daily supply zone, sideways short, no stocks. Next, bullish trade setup for monthly income trade, daily demand zone, bullish, minimum odd enhance score 12. Total we got 20 stocks, first 18 stocks in the list. All entry time frame zones are daily demand zones. Scrolling the list down, total 20 stocks supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Next, let us identify high probability trade setup daily demand zones based on 2 different zone confluence strategies that we learned in lesson 27. First strategy is LTF and ITF demand zone confluence. That is daily and weekly demand zone confluence, and then weekly EMA confluence, because daily demand zone is overlapped with weekly demand zone. Weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. Let's filter. We got 11 stocks. So these 11 stocks are having more high probability to get success, provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise, higher chances of zone violation in these demand zones. Okay, next the second strategy. Removing ITF filter, LTF, ITF, demand zone confluence, all the three filters I have to set. Daily and weekly, daily and monthly, weekly and monthly demand zone confluence. And next EMA confluence, monthly demand zone having monthly EMA confluence. At the same time, trend on the monthly should not be sideways. It should be uptrend because it is bullish trade setup. Let's filter. So we got one stock. So this daily demand zone having more high probability to get success, provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise, higher chances of zone violation. So this is bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Entry time frame daily, entry zone supply zone. Bullish or bearish at daily, I am selecting bearish. Zone achievement VOZ, minimum odd and hands score 12. Let's filter. We got 5 stocks. Entry time frame zones are daily supply zones for monthly income trade, bearish trade setup. Let's identify high probability trade setup zones from this list based on 2 different strategies that we land in lesson 27. First one is LTF and ITF supply zone confluence, that is daily and weekly supply zone confluence enabled. Next, EMA confluence, weekly supply zone having weekly EMA confluence. This is some mistake, I am removing this filter. This is a daily and weekly supply zone confluence because it is bearish trade setup. We should focus on supply zone confluence. So daily and weekly supply zone is enabled. I disabled the demand zone confluence. Supply zone confluence and then EMA confluence, weekly supply zone with weekly EMA. With both these filters, we got only one stock. And this daily supply zone having more high probability to get success, provide less than 20 checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise, higher chances of the zone violation. Next, second strategy, removing ITF EMA filter. Supply zone confluence, 3 filters we have to set, daily and weekly, daily and monthly, weekly and monthly supply zone confluence, and also EMA confluence. Monthly supply zone having monthly EMA confluence, and trend on the monthly should not be sideways. It should be downtrend because it is bearish trade setup. Let's filter. We don't have any stocks. Okay, this is a bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Next, I will generate a weekly income trade reports. First, weekly income trade sideways long trade setup, entry time frame 75 minutes, entry zone, demand zone, bullish or bearish or sideways at 75 minutes. I am selecting sideways long, zone achievement VOZ, minimum odd and hands score 11 for sideways, and 75 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count parameter, 75 minutes time frame, setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means pierced count is 0. Pierced count 0 means zone is not pierced. We got 7 stocks. Sideways long trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame zones are 75 minutes demand zone. You should plan trades in these 75 minutes demand zones only if less than 30.3 video checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise, higher chances of zone violation. Next, sideways short trade setup for weekly income trade. 75 minute supply zone, here sideways short. Something wrong to my mouse. Okay, sideways short. We got 3 stocks. Entry time frame zones are 75-minute supply zones. Plan trades only if lesson 30.3 video checklist items are satisfied. Okay, next bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Some mistake. 75 minutes demand zone. Here bullish. Minimum order enhance score 12. We got 14 stocks. All entry time frame zones are 75 minutes demand zones. Let's filter high probability trade setup supported zones based on 2 different strategies we learned from lesson 27. First strategy, LTF and ITF demand zone confluence, and then ITF EMA confluence. So 75 minutes and daily demand zone confluence, and then daily demand zone having daily EMA confluence. Enabling both the filters, we got 4 stocks. So these 4 75 minutes demand zones might be having more high probability to get success, provide lesson 20 checklist items are satisfied, otherwise higher chances of zone violation. Okay, as per second strategy, how to remove ITF EMA filter. In the demand zone confluence, 3 filters I have to set: 75 minutes and daily, 75 minutes and weekly, daily and weekly demand zone confluence, and then EMA confluence, that is a weekly demand zone having weekly EMA confluence, and also trend on the weekly should not be sideways. It should be uptrend because it is bullish trade setup. So we got 1 stock. So this 75 minutes demand zone might be having more high probability to get success, provide lesson 20 checklist items are satisfied. So this is bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame 75 minutes. Entry zone, supply zone, bullish or bearish at 75 minutes. Selecting bearish, zone achievement VOZ, minimum order enhance score 12, and also 75 minutes supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, 75 minutes time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. With these filters, we got 3 stocks. Supporting bearish trade setup for weekly income trade, entry time frame zone, 75 minutes supply zones. Now let's identify high probability trade setup supported zones from these 3 supply zones. So as per lesson 27 strategies, first one is LTF and ITF supply zone confluence, that is 75 minutes and daily supply zone confluence, and also EMA confluence, daily supply zone having daily EMA confluence. 1 stock is filtered. So this 75 minute supply zone might be having more high probability to get success, provide lesson 20 checklist items are satisfied, otherwise higher chances of zone violation. Okay, as per the second strategy, I have to remove ITF EMA filter. In the supply zone confluence, 3 filters I have to set: 75 minutes and daily, 75 minutes and weekly, daily and weekly supply zone confluence, and then EMA confluence, a weekly supply zone with weekly EMA confluence, and also trend on the weekly should not be sideways. It should be downtrend because it is bearish trade setup. No stocks are filtered as per the second strategy. So this is bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next, daily income trade, sideways long trade setup, entry time frame 15 minutes, entry zone, demand zone, bullish or bearish or sideways at 15 minutes, sideways long I am selecting, zone achievement VOZ, minimum order enhance score 11. For sideways 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So pierced count at 15 minutes, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. With these filters, we got 4 stocks. Supporting sideways long trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame zones are 15 minutes demand zones. You should plan trades only if lesson 30.3 video checklist items are satisfied on these demand zones. Okay, next, sideways short trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame zone 15 minutes supply zone, and here sideways short. Let's filter. We got two stocks. Entry time frame zones are 15 minutes supply zones. Don't forget to follow the checklist lesson 30.3 to plan the trades. Okay, next, bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Changes are 15 minutes demand zone. Here bullish and minimum order enhances score 12. Let's filter. We got 12 stocks. Bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame zones are 15 minutes demand zones. Out of these 12 high probability trade setup zones, let us identify based on lesson 27 strategies, two strategies. First strategy, LTF, ITF, supply zone, demand zone confluence. That is 15 minutes and 75 minutes demand zone confluence. And then EMA confluence. That is 75 minutes demand zone having daily EMA confluence. By applying these filters, we got one stock. So this 15 minutes demand zone having high probability to get success, provide lesson 20 checklist items are satisfied. Okay, as per the second strategy, removing ITF EMA filter, the demand zone confluence, three filters I have to set: 15 minutes and 75 minutes, 15 minutes and daily, 75 minutes and daily demand zone confluence. With all the three filters, we got 5 stocks. So these 15 minutes demand zones might be having more high probability to get success, provide lesson 20 checklist items are satisfied, otherwise higher chances of the zone violation. Okay, next one is LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone confluence and HTF EMA confluence, the second strategy. So I'm some mistake I made. EMA confluence, 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA. So I think some mistake I did. I'm regenerating once again. 15 minutes demand zone, bullish or bearish. At 15 minutes I am selecting bullish. Zone achievement VOZ, minimum odd enhances score 12, and 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. Pierced count 15 minutes, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. So 12 stocks supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade. All these are 12 daily demand zones. High probability trade setups I am generating as per the first strategy, LTF and ITF demand zone confluence, that is 15 minutes and 75 minutes demand zone confluence, and EMA confluence, that is a 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. We got only one stock. This 15 minutes demand zone having more high probability to get success if lesson 20 checklist items are satisfied. So this is as per the first strategy. As per the second strategy, LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone and HTF EMA confluence. So I am removing ITF EMA filter. First let us set all the three filters: 15 minutes and 75 minutes, 15 minutes and daily, and 75 minutes and daily with all the three filters. And then EMA Confluence, that is a daily demand zone with daily EMA Confluence, and also trend on the daily should not be sideways. It should be uptrend because it is bullish trade setup. So we got three stocks. So these three daily demand zones are having more high probability to get success provided lesson 20 checklist items are satisfied as per the second strategy. Okay, this is bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for daily income trade. 15 minute supply zone is the entry time frame zone, and here 15 minutes I am selecting bearish. Zone achievement VOZ, minimum odd enhancer score 12, and 15 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count parameter at 15 minutes time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. So with these filters we got 8 stocks. Bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame zones are 15 minute supply zones. So total 8 stocks we got. Out of these 8, let us identify high probability trade setup 15 minute supply zones based on two different zone confluence and EMA confluence strategies that we learned in lesson 27. First strategy is LTF and ITF supply zone confluence. That is 15 minutes and 75 minutes supply zone confluence. And next, EMA filter. That is 75 minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence. With both these filters, we got 2 stocks. So these two 15 minute supply zones are having more high probability to get success. Provide lesson 20 checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise, higher chances of zone violation. Okay, as per the second strategy, removing ITF EMA filter. First 3 supply zone confluence filters, 15 minutes and 75 minutes, 15 minutes and a daily, 75 minutes and daily supply zone confluence with all the 3 filters. And then EMA confluence, that is a daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence, and also trend on the daily should not be sideways, it should be downtrend because it is bearish trade setup. Let's filter. We got 1 stock. So this 15 minute supply zone might be having more high probability to get success provided lesson 20 checklist items are satisfied. Otherwise, higher chances of zone violation. So this is about all the income trades, all the 3 income trades. Next, I will find stocks near demand and supply zones. Yearly time frame, price closed inside yearly demand zone, we got 4 stocks. Next, price closed inside the yearly supply zone, no stocks. Next, half yearly time frame, price closed inside half yearly demand zone, we got 9 stocks. Next, price closed inside half yearly supply zone, we got 2 stocks. Next time frame, quarterly, stocks near quarterly demand zone, no stocks. Stocks near quarterly supply zone, 1 stock. Next, price closed inside the quarterly demand zone, we got 23 stocks. Next, we will further filter based on EMA confluence with quarterly demand zone having quarterly EMA, and trend on the quarterly should not be sideways, so it can be up or down. We got 13 stocks. Next, price closed inside the quarterly supply zone, we got 13 stocks. Let's further filter based on quarterly supply zone having quarterly EMA confluence, and also trend on the quarterly should not be sideways. We got 4 stocks. Okay, next time frame is monthly. Stocks near monthly demand zone, we got 4 stocks. Next, stocks near monthly supply zone, we got 2 stocks. Next, price closed inside the monthly demand zone. First 16 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, we got 32 stocks. Let's further filter based on monthly demand zone having monthly EMA confluence, and also trend on the monthly should not be sideways. So we got 16 stocks. Next, price closed inside the monthly supply zone. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, we got 25 stocks. We can further filter based on monthly supply zone having monthly EMA confluence, and also trend on the monthly should not be sideways. We got 7 stocks. Okay, next time frame is weekly. Stocks near weekly demand zone. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, total 17 stocks we got. Next, stocks near to the weekly supply zone. We got 7 stocks. Next, price closed inside the weekly demand zone. First 17 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, (49) stocks are there. We can further filter based on weekly demand zone having weekly EMA confluence, and also trend on the weekly should not be sideways. So first 17 stocks in the list from the filtered stocks. Scrolling the list down, total 26 stocks are filtered. Okay, next, price closed inside the weekly supply zone. First 15 stocks in the list. Scrolling the list down, total 39 stocks. So we can further filter this list based on weekly supply zone having weekly EMA confluence, and also trend on the weekly should not be sideways. It can be up or down trend. So 14 stocks are filtered. Next time frame daily already generated in the beginning of the report. So the next time frame is 125 minutes. Stocks near to the 125 minutes demand zone, we got 11 stocks. Next, stocks near to the 125 minutes supply zone, we got 12 stocks. Next time frame 75 minutes already generated. So next time frame 25 minutes. Stocks near 25 minutes demand zone, we got 10 stocks. Next, stocks near to the 25 minutes supply zone, we got 10 stocks. Next time frame is 15 minutes. Stocks near to the 15 minutes demand zone, we got 6 stocks. Next, stocks near to the 15 minutes supply zone, we got 5 stocks. Next time frame 5 minutes. Stocks near to the 5 minutes demand zone, we got 4 stocks. Next, stocks near to the 5 minutes supply zone, we got 7 stocks. This is stocks near demand and supply zones. In the final report, let us generate stop buffers based on daily ATR. First 17 in this list are indices, remaining all are equity stocks. So I'm scrolling the list down, whichever the stock you want to refer, there you pause the video. After your study, you can proceed further. This is the end of the report. Hope this information will be useful to you for your further study and analysis. Let us all meet again in our next video. Thank you.